if I told you that your career success over the next few years hinges on just 5 tactics? Miss them and you might fall behind. Master them and you could lead the pack. How can you ensure that you're in the winner's circle? Well, we're going to share with you these 5 game-changing tactics with insights from really successful folks like Mark Cuban, Tim Cook, and Warren Buffett. These are tips that any professional, including you, can use to continue growing their career. Don't miss out. Your future self will thank you. Tactic number 1, stay curious, agile, and adaptable. What do I mean by this? This is going to be more important than it has ever been before. Here's what Mark Cuban, the billionaire entrepreneur, best known for being a Shark Tank regular and owner of the Dallas Mavericks, told CNBC. I can pretend, he said, that I'm going to be able to predict where AI is going and the exact impact on the job market, but I'd be lying. I have no idea. But I do know that I'm going to pay attention and be agile and be curious and be able to adapt. And by the way, for those who are listening out there and thinking, I'm too old to learn something new, let me just point out that Mr. Cuban is 66 years old. And by the way, he's not the oldest expert I'm going to quote today. If he can do it, you certainly can do it too. So what does this mean? Tactic number 2. Efficiency and cost reduction will still reign. So continue to identify efficiency and cost reduction opportunities and implement them. Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, and a man who knows a thing or two about success, and don't forget, he worked for Steve Jobs for 13 years, and Jobs reputedly was not exactly easy to work for. But yet Jobs picked him to be his successor, and a job that he has really excelled at. He must be truly extraordinary. Anyway, he is quoted as saying, "Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. Always strive to think differently and push the boundaries of what's possible." This is an approach he has used to skyrocket not only Apple but his own career. At the end of the day, just about every organization, and I'm including in that not-for-profits, colleges and universities, and others who normally don't think about the bottom line in the same way that for-profit companies do, every one organization is focused on increasing productivity and reducing cost. That is not going to change. And as you know, when finances get tight, there is a renewed focus on reducing expenses. Now, most listening to this will not come up with new products for their organization or groundbreaking product innovation, but they can come up with groundbreaking productivity enhancements for their own particular area of expertise. You know that particular area better than almost anyone. Your closeness to the day-to-day operations means you can look at the processes, analyze them, and find ways to either reduce out-of-pocket costs or improve productivity, and you can do it better than most, if not all, of the management team at your organization. So you say to me, well, how am I going to do this? We've already re-engineered our processes with an inch of their lives, and we've started using automation, etc. What's left? That brings us to the skill that no one listening learned in school, but everyone must master to thrive moving forward. And it's surprisingly easy to learn. Tactic number 3, learn how to use AI. Now, I'm not talking about becoming a coder or a programmer. I'm talking about learning how to use the tools that are on the market today and the ones that are coming in the near future. Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, or as I like to say, the creator of online shopping as we know it today, is quoted as saying, "We are in the golden age of AI, and those who understand it will shape the future of every industry." Now remember, when he first had the vision for Amazon, the pundits of the time regularly predicted bankruptcy for that fledgling Seattle company. He proved them all wrong, and he is not alone. Bill Gates, the co-founder of Microsoft, is quoted as saying, "The future of computing is AI. and understanding it will be essential for anyone who wants to shape that future. Notice, neither of them is talking about being a coding or a programming genius, but rather using these very valuable and often very simple tools. The success for you will come from the application of these tools. Now, remember how Mark Cuban emphasized staying curious? This is exactly what we're talking about and where curiosity pays off big time. Let me share a very simple example. When I finish recording this, I will download it and immediately run it through a piece of software that costs almost nothing. It will take out all my pauses and those moments where I needed to stop and think before continuing, etc. Whatever reason I stopped for. It will take a minute or two. That's not good news for the video editors who used to spend an hour or two getting those pauses out, but it is for me, as my video editing fees are much lower. The new must-have skill that none of us learned in school is how to create good queries for the AI tools on the market today. It's really pretty simple. I know because I've done it myself. It's mostly baptism by fire at this point. Just a little trial and error using many of the simple tools on the market today. And many of them are free. A 2024 survey conducted by Microsoft and LinkedIn found that 71% of the business leaders said they would prefer hiring a less experienced candidate with AI skills over a more experienced candidate lacking them. Now, if you don't know where to start, we've got several videos to help you, and we'll link to them in the description. But let's get started. If you find these insights valuable, by the way, I'd really appreciate it if you would hit the like button to let us know and YouTube know as well. But that's not all. It sometimes seems that we talk so much about AI, we forget the other stuff. What other stuff, you might say? That leads us to tactic number 4. Don't overlook the soft skills. They are still a very important component of any skill set. Sheryl Sandberg, former Chief Operating Officer of Meta and author of the best-selling book Lean In, says it better than anyone else. She says, leadership is not about titles, positions, or flowchart. It's about one life influencing another. Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft, has said, leaders are those who empower others. Soft skills are the cornerstone, if you will, of truly effective management. They bridge the gap between that technical expertise, which you probably already have, and true leadership, and of course those AI skills you're going to pick up. A good manager isn't just someone who knows what needs to be done and delegates those tasks, keeping track of the progress. Rather, a good manager is someone who inspires those around them, communicates effectively, which we all know is not that easy, and fosters a positive work environment. This doesn't come naturally to most business professionals. So how exactly do you do that? Empathy, active listening, and emotional intelligence are soft skills that are critical to help managers build trust and rapport with their team. Conflict resolution, adaptability, and the ability to motivate individuals toward shared goals ensure that a workplace will run smoothly even during challenging times. And we are heading into challenging times. By honing your soft skills, managers transform themselves from task overseers to leaders who empower teams to reach their full potential. So how are you going to do that if these skills do not come naturally to you? This leads us to tactic number 5. Embrace continued lifetime learning. And this is true whether you've only been in the workplace for 6 months or you are 6 months away from leaving, and everywhere in between. And it addresses not only those new skills like AI, but also continuing to stay current in whatever your profession is, the latest best practices, the latest trends, and also your leadership skills and your soft skills. Warren Buffett, CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, said it best when he said, the best investment you can make is in yourself. The more you learn, the more you learn. My less sophisticated version of this is, if you want to keep on earning, you need to keep on learning. And if you've attended some of my webinars, you probably heard me say that already. This is true regardless of what field you are in. And as you can probably guess from the discussion so far, it is truer today than it has ever been before in the past. Luckily, there are numerous resources available to help business professionals just like yourself do that. Many of you will be going on job interviews and will want the most successful tactics you can get to help you land that dream job. We've got you covered there. You can watch our short video on insider tips to ace your next job interview right now using the link that has appeared on your YouTube screen and is in the description. Good luck.